this will make something out of nothing. Like, it turned water into wine, if that makes sense. Alright, you guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to go ahead and switch it up because it's Christmas time and I just want to be by my tree, okay? But with that being said, I wanted to go ahead and do a video on the makeup products that changed the game for me for this year, okay? I tried a lot of products out and I realized in my collection, a lot of them I recently tried this year and they are just staples in my collection. So I feel like, you know, let me go ahead and share with you guys as well. That way you know what to pick up when you go out and about, okay? We have a lot of products to talk about, so you guys already know what I'm about to say. If you're interested in this video, make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe as always, and let's get into it. So I'm gonna start from the order of how I do my face. The first one is primer. But this right here is a Danessa Myricks Balm Powder, okay? And I got it in the shade Universal. This was a recent pickup in my Sephora VIB sale haul. And when I opened this up, you guys, I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm already almost done with this because I'm obsessed, okay? The way this makes your skin look, the way makeup applies on top of it, it is like a filter. It is so smoothing. And my oily girls and men out there, if you have oily skin and you've been struggling with that for a long time and you haven't found a primer that actually works for your face, this one, go ahead and pick it up because I'm telling y'all, I have tried every product out there. I am super oily. This is the only one that has ever worked for me. So this one, even though it's recent, it's already a staple in my collection. So moving on to the next product. This was also from my Sephora VIB sale collection. I am telling you guys, this is a staple. This is the St. Jane Luxury Sun Ritual Pore Smoothing SPF 30. So this is a sunscreen and a primer in one. So talk about that, okay? I have tried a lot of sunscreens out there, you guys, and some of them are super greasy. They slip and slide on your face or they make you look like a grease ball, and I don't have time for that, okay? This one is a mattifying primer and sunscreen. It doesn't leave a white cast. It blends into your skin perfectly and it's perfect for makeup, okay? A lot of sunscreen out there, yes, it may work for your skin, you know, for your sunscreen purposes, but in terms of being underneath your makeup, it may not be the best, all right? This, the fact that it's a 2-in-1, it works for oily skin, it looks flawless, it doesn't leave a white cast. I was like, where have you been all my life, okay? I'm obsessed with this. It is so good. It makes no sense. And it's a mineral sunscreen, so that's why it doesn't leave a white cast. But if you've been on the hunt, okay, go ahead and pick this one up because this right here, bomb. Now, despite me being, you know, oily, of course, sometimes my skin does get a little bit dry, or also sometimes when I do makeup on brides and such, their skin is super dry. So you need a good primer slash moisturizer, and this is the Embryolisse Lait Cream Concentrate, or Concentré, however you say that. But this has been around for a long time. It is nothing new necessarily, but for me it is new because I tried it out this year and I realized how well it preps the skin for makeup, okay? Like I told you guys, I'm oily, but this is really great at hydrating your problem areas. My nose, my chin, and also my forehead gets super dry during the winter time. So using something like this will really hydrate those areas and get rid of the dry patches, but then also still moisturize the skin and prep your skin for makeup. It is like an all-in-one. And I actually used this on brides about a couple months ago and all their faces look flawless, okay? So this I really recommend. It is rich, it is creamy, but even though it is super hydrating, your face is not gonna look greasy. It's just gonna look hydrated. Now for foundation, I only have two, okay, but they both serve different purposes. The first one is the Fenty Beauty foundation, their Pro Filter foundation in the shade 425. You guys know this shade came out this year recently. 420, it's a little bit too ashy for me. I feel like this one works a little bit more since I have like that neutral undertone. But I know on here it says it is an olive undertone, which I can see as well, but it still works for my skin, honestly. But I love this color a lot more. I love how I feel like also like the formula is a little bit different. I feel like the first time it came out, it was super, super matte. And for me to say that with oily skin says a lot, but I feel like their formula is a little bit different. It's more, not super matte, but more of like a normal foundation for the skin, okay? But what I really use this for, honestly, you guys, is for my neck. I know I tell you guys this all the time, but my neck is a little bit discolored. It's a little bit darker than my chest and then my face. So I know I shouldn't care about it, but I do, because I love for my foundation, my neck, and my chest to all match each other, which you can see right here. This foundation is the only foundation plus another one that I use, but this one really matches my neck perfectly. It covers up all my pigmentation. And even though it's a lightweight foundation, it does have a lot of pigment in it, which helps in terms of covering up areas that are discolored, dark marks, things like that. A little bit goes a long way. So I have been loving this. It matches me perfectly. And if you haven't tried 425 out, go ahead and pick it up. So the next one is from La Mer. This is their Soft Fluid Longwear Foundation, Broad Spectrum, SPF 20. So this one also was from my Sephora VIP sale pickups, okay? But this foundation to me is stunning. I know the price point, but I always wanted to see what the hype was about. Like, why is people paying about $140 for this foundation? But I see why. The way it wears on the face is absolutely beautiful. It is stunning. It gives you the coverage you need, but you don't look cakey, okay? It looks so skin-like. It blends in like butter. And this shade, in the shade Sienna 63, matches me to the T, okay? It is literally like the first foundation that has matched me perfectly. And it's like second skin. I love it. So I will go ahead and swatch this for you guys, but it's so expensive. I'm gonna just keep it in this bottle, but just know it looks good. But if you do want to see what it looks like on my face, go ahead and check out my video. I will put it above for you guys so you can see what it looks like on the face. But it is such a stunning foundation. I wish I could wear it all the time, but it's so expensive. So I only wear it if I'm going to like events, you know, out and about at night, things like that. But just know it's beautiful, it's worth it, and now moving on along, I do have the Charlotte Tilbury color corrector in the shade number 3. I don't think I mentioned this in the last video that I did for you guys, but this is so good in terms of covering up imperfections. I do not like liquid color correctors. It just doesn't do what I need for the face. But this is more of a cream color corrector. And I love it because number one, it has a mini mirror, so it's so cute. And it's so pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way. I feel like I've had this for such a long time. I feel like it's been probably like a year now, maybe, I don't know. And the first thing I love about this is the shade, okay? It is not too red or too orange where I have to sit there and use a lot of foundation or concealer to cover it up. It's just the perfect undertone for my skin tone. And then also because it is a cream product, not a liquid, it does give you that coverage that you need. So it's so beautiful, it's stunning. I feel like a lot of people don't color correct anymore. I don't know why, because it's so good. But if you've been looking for a good color corrector that's actually worth your money, I do suggest this one. Now, I do have another Charlotte Tilbury product that I do want to mention. This is the Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finish Complexion Perfecting Eye and Face Powder. I got this in the shade Tan, and this is what it looks like, okay? It is so good, all right? I never thought when it came to your under eyes, of course, you guys know I use my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder to set my under eyes, but sometimes you do need to brighten your under eyes just a little bit more, and this is perfect for that, okay? So I go ahead, apply my Huda all over my face, set my under eye, my forehead, pretty much anywhere I apply my concealer, I go ahead and set with the Huda powder. But to brighten the under eye, I will use this powder on top of it, and it just adds the perfect color to the face. So y'all can see I'm wearing it today. It smooths the eyes. It gives a little bit of a filter. I just think it looks flawless on the face. So this one has been my go-to. So moving on to bronzers, I do have two for two different reasons, of course. I feel like makeup has no rules. Like, you can buy something that's a bronzer or foundation, whatever it is, and use it to your own benefit. But the first one I do want to mention is a Chanel 395 Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream. Now, this baby right here, I feel like it's something that I always wanted to try, always wanted to pick up, and I saw that they came out with a darker shade. Now, let's be for real. This is not that dark. I know, baby, I know, okay? It works for me, but I know for people darker than me, it's not gonna work, and that's a problem. So I hope one day, honestly, you guys, that they come out with darker shades, because this is such a good product. It blends into the skin so seamlessly. Even though you have bronzer on your face, you guys, it doesn't look like that. It's like a very natural within bronzer type of look on your face. It is so beautiful. And if you top this off with some powder bronzer, it just takes it to the next level. And I do have it on the face today. Of course, I use like my Charlotte Tilbury powder bronzer on top of it, but the glow, the way it adds, you know, just a little bit something to the skin is what I love about this product. And what I really like about this as well is how you can take your time and build the color up. Okay, when you first apply it, it is not super pigmented. You can take your time, build the color up to your desire, and it's just gonna look good every single time. Okay, I love this so much. I just wish they had darker shades. I even feel like if they had one more that's a little bit darker than this, it'll be even better. Okay, but that's something they need to work on. Now, I do have the Morphe Phenom bronzer. This is their Glamour Bronze bronzer. And this I use all the time for my eyelids, okay? I feel like a lot of people nowadays use bronzer for their crease. It is just so easy. Number one, you get a lot of product, okay? If you go ahead and buy a single eyeshadow, it is so small. It is not even as big as this. So getting a bronzer to me is more bang for your buck because you do get a lot more product. But this shade and the shade Phenom is a perfect color for my crease. And people, honestly, my skin tone a little bit lighter and then of course darker. It is a perfect color because it has a little bit of red in there, a lot of brown, and it's just the perfect color. I know I have a smoky eye today. I wish y'all can like see what it looks like. So you can go ahead and watch my old videos and see what that looks like, but it's the perfect shade for the crease. I love it. And I actually forgot about the Hoola Toasted bronzer, okay? I don't know how I missed that. This baby right here is my favorite contour bronzer. And I know contour and bronzer are two different things, but to me, like, you can kind of use them both, honestly, as the same. But this one, the undertone in it, in the packaging, y'all can see that it looks super brown, but when you go ahead and swatch it, it's a lot darker, okay? But I love this for my nose. I have been using just other bronzers to contour my nose, and it wasn't given. I don't cream bronze my nose. I don't contour my nose with cream products. I just don't do any of that. I just use powder real fast and call it a day. And this one just does what it needs to do for the nose, and it lasts all day. Okay, so I love this so much. Y'all can see what it looks like on my skin tone. It has like that contour color to it. But if you want to use this for your cheeks, for your nose, for your forehead, whatever it is, this shade in Toasted is so, so good. So y'all know I love blush. It is my favorite thing in the whole entire world. More than anything, I love orange blush. And even beyond that, I love orange cream blush, okay? So I feel like it's been so hard to find orange cream blushes. I feel like a lot of them are a little bit peachy or they're not as pigmented as I want. But it wasn't until I saw the Milk Makeup lip and cheek cream blush in the shade Swerve that I fell in love. Number one, I know it is disrespectfully small. Like, it makes no sense how small this is, but wait till you see the swatch of it. All right, so when I saw this, this is what it looks like. It's a beautiful orange cream blush. And then it's so smooth and so creamy, but I love the way this looks on the face, okay? Once I applied it on my face, I just knew this was something that I was gonna fall in love with. And I'm so shocked that a lot of people don't talk about it because what? Like, look at this color. It is so, so beautiful. And the way it sits on dark skin, chef kiss. All right, so this one has been my favorite, a game changer when it comes to blush, because in my whole entire collection I have cream blushes that are orange, but nothing like this. Like, no one is touching this one. So let's move on to highlighter. I do have two for you guys, and the first one is the Danessa Myricks Beauty Duet Hot Water highlighter. I believe I got this year actually, but this is such a beautiful cream highlighter, and they do come in a couple shades. I believe about 3 if I'm correct, but this one is in the shade Hot Water. But the texture, you guys, is so creamy, so just like I don't know the best word to use, but it is so, so good. But I'm gonna give you guys a quick swatch of it because I feel like this is something that a lot of you have probably been looking for. Literally, it's like a gloss for your cheek or your nose or wherever you apply highlighter, but it's just so beautiful because the undertone of this, it's a little bit more of a brown undertone highlighter. So if you do have, you know, dark skin like me, it's gonna look stunning, but it gives you like that wet look for the face, okay? But then also another highlighter that I did pick up was the Refi Topaz Gloss Highlighter. And y'all, I know I've been talking about this too much since I picked it up from the Sephora VIP sale haul, but it is so good. I think it's the best highlighter I have ever tried in my whole entire life, okay? So let me swatch this for you guys just a little bit because you don't need much, okay? When you want or you talk about a wet looking highlighter, let me show you guys. This is what you're looking for, okay? Like, it's so creamy. You can kind of tell the difference between the two. Like, this one is more of a clear, you know, highlighter, but this one here, it is a pigmented, beautiful, just golden light champagne. If you've been looking for a cream base highlighter, these two you really can't go wrong with. But I just feel like the Refi one's just one of my favorites because it has like that bouncy texture to it. It looks so good on the face. I have it on today, not too much, but y'all can just see the way it sits on the face. It is stunning. So actually only a couple more products. I do have the ColourPop Party Proof Eye Primer. Now I know it's like cheat. Why does it matter? It's an eye primer. But hear me out. I've been using the P. Louise base and I love that, don't get me wrong, but you have to sit there and blend for a long time and I just don't have it in me anymore. I'm super like, let me apply something, run out the door and go, okay? But this is so good. I got it in the shade Translucent and it's a beautiful primer because like you go ahead, you apply it, right? And it looks white, so you get a little bit scared. But then when you blend it out, y'all, it blends into nothing. But the staying power of this primer is insane to me. I didn't expect it to hold up all day. I thought, you know, maybe after 4 hours, my eyeshadow will start to crease, you know, get a little bit shiny. Nothing like that. When they say it is party proof, they mean it because it lasts all day. Your eyeshadow doesn't crease, everything stays in place, and it still makes sure that like your eyeshadow is pigmented, okay? I didn't use a P. Louise base on my eyes today. I just used this, but your eyeshadow, y'all, is still super, you know, pigmented, vibrant, and all of that. I went to Ulta. I picked up something random, just wanting like a translucent, you know, eye primer, and yeah, it just really impressed me. So now moving on to lashes. I feel like this year was the year of DIY lashes. I think it's the best thing honestly it's ever came about, okay? Because I first started using the Kiss lashes, their DIY ones, and I love the concept of it, but the lashes weren't bold enough for me, okay? I still want to see my lashes. I want it to be super bold, wispy, long, all of that. So you guys know with my own brand, beautybychichi, I went ahead and came out with our wispy 3D DIY lashes, and I do have 2 sets, bold and natural. Today I'm wearing the natural set, but I just love how wispy and just long these are and how they just stand out on the eyes. I know I have, you know, dark eyeshadow on today, but these are so wispy, they're so flirty. I just love the concept of it because you just get to wake up, have lashes on, and you don't have to spend a lot of money, okay? Getting your lashes done, you guys already know, it's expensive. Some of them are like $100, $200, and it's just a lot, okay? So I love these because they do last 7 days. You can go ahead and take it off, redo it if you don't want to wear them anymore throughout the week. It's just so versatile, and it just changed the game for me, okay? Because what? So this next item I do want to mention to you guys, I actually don't have in front of me because I do have to repurchase it, but it's the Lancome mascara. I will put the specific one here for you guys so you can see what that looks like. But that mascara, y'all, I'm not big on mascara, okay? Especially high-end mascara. I feel like the drugstore is just the more convenient way because drugstore never fails me. It's cheap, it's affordable, and it kind of performs just as good as high-end mascaras. But this one, baby, I don't know what they have in here, but when you put it on, if you have no lashes like me sometimes, okay, this will make something out of nothing. Like, it turned water into wine, if that makes sense. Like, it makes no sense. It makes your lashes so bold, so long, so just like dark. It is one of the best mascaras I have ever tried, okay? Even the drugstore is not touching it. So I had to go ahead and mention this. I wish I had it in front of me, but I have to go ahead and repurchase it. So we only have 2 categories left. We have the eyes and then of course the lips. So for the eyes, I do have the Moon Dust by Urban Decay single eyeshadow in the shade Space Cowboy. All right, this eyeshadow, y'all, is so beautiful. I'm not big on glittery, shimmery type of stuff on my eyes, honey. I keep it matte all the way. But this one really surprised me because number one, it is a beautiful eyeshadow. Like if you want shimmer and glitter, but you don't want to do too much, like you don't want to be like, you know, loud, if that makes sense with it, then this one is perfect because it gives you the perfect sheen to the eyes. And I feel like the swatch that I give y'all isn't even gonna do it justice. Like it's something that you have to see on the eyes, but literally you go ahead and tap it all over your lids. It is beautiful, it looks gorgeous, and people are gonna ask you what you're wearing because it's just the perfect shimmer of I want something there, but I don't want to do too much at the same time. So this one really surprised me because it wasn't something I was expecting, but even when I used it for my brides a couple months ago, they loved it, okay? So just take my word for it. So last but not least is the lips, of course. I do want to mention the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, and I do have one from their mini collection. They do have a trio for their holiday sets, but this one is in the shade Supermodel. And it's not even about the shade because I love all 3 of them, to be honest, but it's more so the formula of the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. These are so creamy, so buttery, so comfortable on the lips. Like I've tried a lot of lipsticks out there and I feel like they all kind of perform the same, but there's something about this and I don't know what it is, okay? So when you swatch it, you can just see how just beautiful and creamy it is. It kind of feels like velvet. That's what it is. It feels like velvet on the lips. And it's so comfortable. I actually have this shade on my lips, the Supermodel. This is what it looks like on the lips. I think it's so beautiful and I wear it all the time. And also with these, you can go ahead and apply lip gloss on top of it and it won't, you know, mess up the formula of the lipstick. So this one, recent pickup from the Sephora VIP sale haul, but I am obsessed. I honestly have to go ahead and get the full size because I believe Sephora is doing their 20% off. They're doing like one more sale, 20% off for one-time use. So I need to go ahead and get a full size. But last but not least, I do have the Merit Beauty lip oils, not this shade specifically, but all of them I love, okay? These are so good. I'm not really big on lip glosses, but something about these I love because they're so pigmented. A little bit goes a long way. They're so comfortable on the lips. They hydrate your lips. It's like skincare and makeup in one. But what I love about these is they're really just easy to work with. If I'm on the go and I just want to throw something on the lips, I will go ahead and grab them, toss it on, and it always looks so good. And I actually think these are a little bit better than lip glosses because the shine that you get with these on your lips is untouchable. It's unmatched, okay? But these are game changers for me because like a girl just wears these all the time. I put my lip liner, I put this on, and I'm out the door 9 times out of 10, okay? But I think that's everything. I'm trying to make sure, seeing everything in front of me. Okay, I think that's everything, you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And of course, let me know down below some game changer products that you've tried, that you recommend, that people need to pick up. Let us know down below. But I love you guys so much. Make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one.